war never changes.
Well, except those times when it does change. This is the best Call of Duty game ever made. ...2023 is here, and that means only one thing, just one thing, that we have been living with Call of Duty games for 20 years. We have basically a Call of Duty family, a dynasty with triumphs and fails. The multiplayer focus that has dominated for the, last 10 years have really taken away something from this franchise. So I wanted to take a step back and see which of the Call of Duty games hold up, because I am pretty sure there are some of the Call of Duty games that do hold up. Now, couple of things. Here I will be talking only about single player. Why? First of all, I don't play multiplayer shooters, I don't like them, I don't like kids yelling at me how they love my mom, I don't like trying to find my own fun, I don't like being bad at games. That is true, I'm bad at them. The second reason is that I am playing old Call of Duty games from 2003 to 2013, a decade worth of Call of Duty games, which are not playable online. Well, there are some Call of Duty fan servers and stuff like that, but it's way too hard for me to find, plus I don't like multiplayer. I played every campaign for 1 hour. 1 single hour. No matter if I liked the game, if I did not like the game, I played for 1 hour. Why? Well, for a couple of reasons. First of all, even though Call of Duty games are quite short, still playing a decade worth of Call of Duty games would take me around 100 hours, and well...
Ain't nobody got time for that!
I truly believe that games, especially shooter games, they should be able to present everything that's good about them in the first hour. If they do not, well, I mean, that's around 15% of the game flushed down the toilet, so, and that's why I decided to see what I can glean from the first hour of every Call of Duty campaign. What are the strengths, what are the weaknesses, and where Call of Duty lost its way. Okay, so, let's go.
Listen up. Private Martin, you're on the obstacle course.
This is the original game. This is the one that started it all. This is, if we stick to the family analogy, this is the great-grandfather of the dynasty. This is the one who decided, no, my children will not be beet and potato farmers. We will do something more. So he set out to the city, he started his own business, and it did well. It did not do great because maybe he did not have enough time, did not have enough education, did not have enough money, but he definitely put down the stones. He definitely put down the roots to grow a giant conglomerate, to make his mark. But yeah, I played this game, and I was surprised how good it is. It's actually probably the one campaign that I did not want to quit, that I actually really wanted to keep on playing. It is surprisingly fun, even though the AI is rudimentary and you can see the markings that it is still an old first-person shooter with the arenas very small compared to modern shooter arenas. How every arena is connected with tunnels and stuff like that. But in general, it is really fun, and you can see even at that time that there are glimpses of what Call of Duty is going to be in the future. They still have these cinematic moments, they have action set pieces, they have a change up of gameplay, and it's really fun. I actually really did enjoy this game, and of course you can feel the age, but in my opinion, it really does hold up. Also, this is the only Call of Duty game with health packs. Call of Duty 2. Now, this is the originator of the empire. Like, his father started the business, but this is the man who made it a worldwide franchise. This is the man who saw opportunities, who took his opportunities, who was ruthless with his business. This is the one who created Empire. You know, in the movies you have these grand old halls where there is like family portraits. This is the portrait that is hanging in the middle. This is the largest portrait. Without this Call of Duty game, we would not have 20 years of Call of Duty games. This one is great. I think they really nailed everything in the gameplay. Like, you feel like a part of an army. The chaos of the war is really palpable. You can feel it. You do not feel as the main character, which is actually really hard to do in a video game, but here you really don't. Of course, the triggers and new enemy spawns and new objective spawns are tied to your progress, where you are in the map, have you finished the objective, and so on and so forth. So you are the main character, but you do not feel that. You feel like you are just one grunt in the army who can be shut down any second. And it is really fun, it is really well made, and I really did enjoy playing this. I really think that if this game would have been even slightly worse, we would not have lived 20 years with Call of Duty, because it is so good, it is so well made. I really enjoyed it. And if the first movie was inspired by like war movies like Saving Private Ryan and stuff like that, this is definitely, at least the beginning of the game, is inspired by Enemy at the Gates, like the Stalingrad part. And you can already see some of the, I would not say definitely bad traits, but the traits of taking away a little bit of control from the player, even here. Like in the first Call of Duty, the tutorial can be almost skipped. Like, if you know what to do, you can just run in, perform every action like super fast and get to the gameplay. Here you are already being blocked by characters talking, by need to wait for a certain event to unfold. And this, as we all know, is just going to get worse and worse in Call of Duty franchise. But in general, this is a really super great game, and I really enjoyed the first hour. So yeah, awesome game. If I had to mark it, I would give 10/10. I have nothing to add. Call of Duty 3. Okay, so this is the only Call of Duty game that did not come out on PC. It came only on PlayStation 3 and Xbox. And I had trouble playing it, but I stuck to it. I did my 1 hour of gameplay in glorious 10 FPSs, and I could understand the general gist of the game. If we stick to the family analogy, this is the weird brother of Call of Duty 2, like the one who, he didn't ruin the family, he didn't do nothing in general bad, but nobody really speaks of him because his business ventures were not that great, were not that interesting. This game is a bit weird, but you can see them already going at that cinematic version where you as a main character, you are becoming more and more important, that everything is kinda driven by you, that you are, if not the main character in the story, you are kinda sort of important for the story.
I'm McCullen. 2 rules. Rule 1, you're no good to me dead. Rule 2, what difference does it make? You'll all probably end up dead anyway.
And yeah, and I think it was probably a pretty decent game. I would be happy to play it in a normal experience. So if anybody has a PlayStation 3 lying around with this game, please send it to me.
Today, we're on a secret mission to get coffee and donuts. The problem is, the Germans drank all the coffee and ate all the donuts. So now, we gotta go kick their asses.
Faceplate, this is Hammer 2-4. We have visual on the target. ETA 60 seconds. Copy, 2-4.
Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. This is the modern originator of the family. Like, Call of Duty 2 is the great grandfather or great father that established the empire. This is the one who modernized it. This is the one who brought in automation, AI, and everything else needed for a successful 21st century business. This is a visionary. And this game really changed the gaming landscape. This is another milestone. I think Call of Duty basically has 2 of these, like Call of Duty 2 and Call of Duty 4 are the games that not only inspired and changed their own franchise, but they actually changed the modern gaming. Just like Resident Evil 4 did for survival horror and action games, the same can be said about Modern Warfare and what it did to shooter games. It changed everything. It became faster, it became more cinematic. I remember the experience of that first sequence where you get murdered, executed basically, and you see it from the first person perspective. It is very interesting, it is very shocking, it is something novel, and it was really good at that time. And also the gameplay at that time was really, really nice. It really changed up the whole gaming landscape that was beset by World War II shooters. Why? Well, because Call of Duty 2 was really great, and it changed a little bit. It put the game into the modern perspective, so we had more guns, more tools, the story could be more interesting, more spy stuff filled, it could be more thrilling like a Tom Clancy novel, and so on and so forth. And yeah, in general I liked it, but of course we can see that again the control from the player is being taken away. There are more and more cinematic stuff where you just have to stand around or spin around or jump around waiting for a character to blah 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 something about that war that never changes, blah blah blah, the evil of man, and then you enter a room and shoot down like 20 people from a third world country or something like that. Call of Duty was never a super self-aware franchise. The game became more story focused, and that came with a price. Wink wink. But yeah, the real price was that the control from the player is more often taken away in favor of cinematic approach, and that can be considered a minus, especially these days when we have these cinematic games with 2-hour cutscenes. Kojima, I'm looking at you. And yeah, but at that time it was really cool, it was really fun. Playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare at that time was an experience. It really, really was a monumental experience for gaming landscape. Call of Duty 4 is great. I really did enjoy playing this as well.
Make an atoll. Little more than sand, trees, and a small Japanese military base.
Call of Duty 5, World at War. We're back at the Second World War, baby. This is the other son. Let's say it's the brother of Modern Warfare. He was more conservative, more traditional. He wanted to stick to the family values, and he did pretty good. He didn't become the greatest, he didn't earn $1 billion, but he kept the family business afloat without changing it too much like Modern Warfare, the revolutionary son did. And yeah, this was pretty interesting. The return to the World War II was pretty okay. We can see that here Call of Duty franchise is developing its taste for long scenes of torture, long scenes of pain. And I would not say that they are very graphical, that they are very, oh my god, I can't watch this. I would say more that they are boring and tedious, because Call of Duty is a really, really fast game, and every time you lose the ability to play, to shoot, to have fun, you are taking something a little bit away from the gaming experience. But overall, this was pretty fun. They really captured the chaos of war. They also, I think they stuck well to the idea that you are just one soldier in a huge war, that there is chaos all around, the bombs are blowing up, grenades, bullets are firing, and it was pretty fun. Yeah, I did enjoy this. Plus zombie mode. By the way, this game had zombie mode, and zombie mode probably is the most fun I have ever had in a multiplayer first-person shooter game. Zombie mode at that time was marvelous.
Take it out! No problem! How's that feel? Keep it tight!
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Now we are getting already in the problem of naming Call of Duty games. This is the son of Modern Warfare. He is not a revolutionary like his father was. He did not change the game, he just kept on plowing. He kept on family business from going down under. He improved a little bit, maybe earned a little bit of money, and so on and so forth. Yeah, in general, this game is like that. It doesn't offer like anything significantly new, at least in the single player experience. And even though the snow part, the stealthy sneaking around the base in the snowstorm was kinda sort of fun, it did not feel that good as, like, let's say, sneaking in the ghillie suit in Ukraine in Modern Warfare 4 in Chernobyl. This felt like more of the same, only a little bit different. Plus, as I keep saying, it is very hard for Call of Duty games to slow down the pace, because that is the thing that it's going for. The pace is the most important thing in these games. The action, the set pieces, the shooting, the explosions, and every time the game slows down, it kind of sort of loses something a bit. Of course, it is becoming more and more cinematic. Again, that takes away from the gaming experience. But overall, it was nice, it was decent, I had fun. But yeah, the story is becoming more and more muddled. There are more and more mumblings about terrorism and something war, something, which is just an excuse to shoot more people from third world countries. Call of Duty is never subtle, and I don't think it is as interesting as, let's say, for example, Splinter Cell games that also delve in similar topics.
Yes, Alan. Yesterday you were a soldier on the front lines,
But yeah,
today,
it's not a bad
lines
game.
are history.
It is very
Uniforms are
playable,
relics.
and the first hour showed off it very well.
The casualties.
No.
Do not fuck with me, Mason!
Call of Duty Black Ops. Well, this is another sibling. I have a very specific relationship with Call of Duty Black Ops. I remember really disliking it at that time. But I came to it with open eyes. I came now playing the first hour. I really tried to enjoy it. I really tried to like this game. But nothing about it feels right for me. The weapons are weird. The story is very convoluted and hard to follow, and it is presented in this conspiracy theory, flashing, mumbling voices from corners. You are tied to a chair way that is kinda sort of really annoying to me. I don't like it. I don't like any aspect of Black Ops. I don't know why, but I have just bad connection with this game. Even like at the time when it came out, I did not like it, and now I approached it with open mind, and I still did not want to play it. I did not like it. Probably this was the hardest 1 hour to play. I just don't like anything about it. Don't like it. If you like Black Ops, write down in the comments why. I really would like to understand why I dislike it so much and why other people like it. The combat felt somewhat floaty. I can't really describe it, but when compared to the good World War II shooters and even Modern Warfare, it feels like off. It does not have a weight. It feels like shooting BB guns. I don't know, I just don't like it. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Well, this is another son of Modern Warfare. Did not do anything new, just did the same, stuck to its principles. And this, yeah, in general, this game did not bring anything new, and you can start already feel the tiredness in Call of Duty franchise, that they are making a game every year, but they have lost the spark, they have lost the creativity. It has become just a process, a very automated process of churning out Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, Black Ops, or whatever, any other game, just churning, and you can feel it. Although I must say, I did enjoy the action set pieces and the story of this a bit more than Call of Duty 2. Actually, yeah, I like this a little bit better, but I can't even say why. It just felt a bit more interesting, a bit more engaging for me. But yeah, in general, it is okay.
Right! Damn it!
Call of Duty Black Ops 2, the son of Black Ops. Yeah, I still don't like it. Especially I don't like the scenes that are set in the past. Everything feels so weird. It feels like this game has been written by an AI bot that has been learning and reading only Reddit and 4chan conspiracy theory subsections. For some reason, in this period, Call of Duty game creators were like afraid of South America, afraid of Latin America. I really don't understand, because they have this weird fixation that Latin America is going to destroy the world and destroy US. I don't know. Maybe they did not feel comfortable using Russians or Chinese anymore, or Middle Eastern people. I don't know. But it's weird, the obsession with South America. But the future section was kind of fun. I did enjoy the gameplay with cloaking. We see these sci-fi elements already appearing. Cloaking, modern weapons, different weapon attachments. But this game also suffers from wanting to take more and more control away from the player. Like, for example, the glide suit scene was kinda cool, but I really did not feel that I am doing anything there. I'm just watching a cutscene where I am forced to press buttons. At this point, I would rather just watch a cutscene than try to do something in the middle of it. So yeah, I mean, there are some cool moments and I enjoyed it, but overall, I just don't click with Black Ops games. I don't understand them. I don't like them.
Drop these guys.
Call of Duty Ghosts. This is the final entry, and oh boy, I can't say that I did not like it, but this is definitely the worst Call of Duty game in the quality sense. Like previously, all of the Call of Duty games that I played felt appropriate and well made, but this, I spent actual 10 minutes in the tutorial area because my character kept getting stuck on geometry, because there was this whole super earthquake event and the houses are falling down and everything, and my character just keeps on getting stuck in geometry. And if Modern Warfare feels like it has been written by a Tom Clancy and in general US military fan, like a person who watches every YouTube video about special serviceman reacts to Call of Duty games, special serviceman talks about his first kill, you know, that kind of guy reads all, but I think he also reads books, yeah. And if Black Ops feels like it has been written by a conspiracy theory lunatic, then this feels like, even though people razz Call of Duty for feeling like it has been written by kids for kids, this definitely feels like it has been written by a 12-year-old, because it is so convoluted. It feels like a 12-year-old boy just wrote everything he thinks is cool. There are this super weapon, there are these soldiers, there are these two brothers, then there is dad is strict but very cool, he's a general, brothers are super soldiers, and then we have a doggy is super cool, he can kill enemies, and blah, and yes, and then we find super soldiers, and then there is this legend of this super soldier unit, and then we go with them, and then we rescue another one, and then we are together with them, then we do missions with them, and then. It feels like that. It feels like a kid just writing everything he thinks is cool. It feels kinda sort of weird. Plus, I really did not like that my dog can be killed. So sad. So annoying. From gameplay perspective, it's not that great. Plus, I really dislike scenes of dogs dying, because I have a dog and I like dogs. I like cats also. And yeah, and you do not even have a prompt to pet your good boy. You just send him out to kill people.
The guy in the trailer. You see him?
But yeah, this felt shoddy. This game just did not feel well made. And by the scores you can also see this is probably one of the low points in the series. That's the decade of Call of Duty games.
You and me got a lot of catching up to do.
So who won? Who is the best? Well, Call of Duty 2, probably. I like it. I like it better than Modern Warfare 4. Although, I must say it is really close. Call of Duty 2 just hits it for me because of the weapons, because of the chaotic feeling that you are just one piece in the army, one part of the army. Modern Warfare is more and more focused on you. You are very important, you are doing very important tasks, and it just feels a bit more generic. Also the weapons, I really enjoy World War II weapons more because they have more weight, they are less automatic, you shoot less bullets in seconds and so on and so forth. So the combat feels more physical, more interesting, more strategic maybe? I'm not sure. But yeah, I do like it, but Modern Warfare 4 is also good. Call of Duty Black Ops is bad. So what did I learn by playing 1 hour of decade worth of Call of Duty games? Well, Call of Duty for games is what Michael Bay is for cinema. You really come there for spectacle, for one-time entertainment, for a popcorn piece, and the more you think about it, the worse it gets, so it's best not to think about it. Just if you enjoy this type of a game, just plug it in, play it, forget about it. But yeah, I actually was pleasantly surprised, especially by the older Call of Duties, how they still hold up and they offer interesting gameplay, even though AI and graphical advancements these days technically leave all of those games in the dust. Actually, I really did enjoy it. And yeah, you can definitely feel that they had a plan, like they have a vision that they have been sticking to it. Like in general, the Call of Duty teams, they know what they are making, they know what type of a game they are making. They do not make a military sim shooter, they do not make a strategy game or a strategy shooter game, no. They make a blockbuster. It's a blockbuster action war game. You shoot many guys, you are Rambo, you are Commando, you are whatever you desire, who you are. It's just a popcorn piece of gaming, and it's actually not bad. There is place for that. Even though people talk bad about Call of Duty games, there is some sort of form of enjoyment in the gameplay of it. But the issue is that sometimes they are sacrificing a little bit of gameplay to show more cinematic stuff, to get you more involved in their batshit non-subtle stories, and I think at those points the game loses me a little bit. But yeah, in general it's fun. They are fun action games, and I did enjoy playing most of them. So thank you for watching, guys. If you want part 2, leave that one like, write down in commentaries which Call of Duty game from 2003 to 2013 is your favorite, and I'll see you guys later, yeah? Bye.
No one likes the Russians, huh?
You know me. I don't like anyone. You might want to get your head down.
Take it easy, Sal! Deliver the weapons. Now, what about your end of the deal?